Oh, shit.
What a knockout from Jose Zepeda. John with the big knockout here
9
in the bubble at the MGM Grand. He's number 1 in the world in the WBC. What an
8
impressive
official
performance from John Zepeda. And Ivan Baranchyk is still down.
I hope he's all right. It was bound to happen.
Everything is okay with him.
It was bound to happen.
That shot just completely devastating.
It was on its
when
way.
When you see somebody's leg bent
I didn't know
that
who
way,
it was
Tim,
going to be.
It is not good.
Listen, these guys are landing big bombs all night long. All night long. You know, they need to get the stretcher right now for this man. They need to take this man to the hospital, get him checked out.
They need to take the mouthpiece
Where's
out.
the medical team at?
Nevada's got the best in the business. They will be out here momentarily, but they do need to
They should have been there
out first. Fortunately, you see him blinking.
Yeah.
You see him responding, and that's always good. He's moving.
Yeah, he's coherent right now.
It was bound to happen. If you were watching the fight,
doctor is right there
that was
with
the
him,
8th
and they've got several medical staff
official
around
knockdown.
the ring, making sure that Ivan Baranchyk is
7th
okay.
official, right? He got knocked down once earlier when it should have. Where's the medical team? What the fuck
Jose
is going
Zepeda
on?
made a statement tonight, but Ivan Baranchyk made him work for it. I just don't understand, Tim, why they have not removed the mouthpiece yet for him to get his oxygen back.
Well, right now they're just trying to stabilize him.
You see him responding to the doctors.
So here, let's talk. Let me mute it. It was bound to happen. You know, I had lost count at one point in time with how many knockdowns it was. Was it 7 unofficial? No, 7 official or an 8 unofficial? Well, okay, 7 and 1. Or was it 9? Yo, he's still down there. I don't like the looks of this, man. He was taking tough shots. When I say it was bound to happen, you just knew somebody was going to get knocked out. And you knew it was probably going to be brutal. Well, he's licking his lips and everything. That seems bad. I hope he's all right. I've covered Ivan Baranchyk in the World Boxing Super Series against both Josh Taylor and Anthony, can you dig it, Yidget, right? I don't remember if I covered the Gabriel Procero fight. I don't think I did. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Clearly one of the fights of the year, especially the most knockdowns in any fight of 2020 so far. I figured this was going to be war, and if you really look at it, you can kind of compare Ivan Barancyk's style to I don't like how he's still down there. To Sergey Derevyanchenko, he's responding though. I think they're just telling him to be still, but I just don't like how he's just still down there. I know they can't just move it. Okay, there you go. That's what's up.
Able to
That's what's up.
Attempt to get up.
His arms have been in the same place though. Remember, I was here for the Maxim Dadashev shit live, man, real time. That shit was, and I was supposed to be at that fight. Glad I didn't go.
Best thing they're doing is taking their time with him right now.
Oh yeah, he cool. His legs were still bent.
He knows exactly what
his legs were still bent. They couldn't stretch him out.
Gonna get him to
God
sit for
damn. That's what's up. That shit was scary, bro. Jose Zepeda, don't get me wrong. The styles of the fight. Jose Zepeda is
you have to follow, and that's
was
exactly
the better
what the doctor's
boxer.
doing, evaluating
I
him
guess you can say
every
he was
step of the way.
the better technician. Baranchyk was just out there trying to put a boot in his ass. Steve Kimmel in one of his tweets even put it up. Ivan Baranchyk has come out like he's double park, a real sense of urgency. Yeah, like that shit. Like it was straight from the beginning.
Blue stool.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
Dr.
8+
Raimundo
knockdowns,
is
unofficial or
in charge at the
not.
moment. Now he's sitting on his own.
Card woke
Every
me up. Gabriel
step
Procero,
that they're taking,
you know.
always caring for the fighter's safety as his trainer.
Well, I'm glad that he up. Shit. because it's been a whole 5 minutes. I clicked the record when the knockdown had happened, so he was down there for a good motherfucking 4 minutes. So anyway, let's move on. And before we get to the post-fight interview and hear the particulars, I guess we're going to be here for a little while. Ivan Baranchyk, now 20-2. He took his first KO loss, 27 years old, from Russia, residing in Miami. Gabriel Pereira, we talked about. Josh Taylor, unified 140-pound champion. He fought him. World Boxing Super Series. Anthony Yiggett, also in the World Boxing Super Series. Peter Petrov, Abel Ramos, who fought Yordenis Ugas a couple of weeks ago. So pretty accomplished resume. But this right here, it just was reckless, you know. Even after he would get knocked down. And don't get me wrong, before he got his ass knocked out, he had dropped, or the corner and the ropes had held up Zepeda. You know, it's just that it was, you know, he just went out on his shield. And he paid the motherfucking price. You know? Like I said, I'm just glad that he's alright. You know, he gonna get more fights after this, though. That's for goddamn sure. Because this shit was motherfucking TV friendly. Scary as fuck, though. Because you never want to see a fighter get hurt. Like, for real. That shit was scary. Like, that shit be scary. You don't want to see that shit, man.
Taking care of him, saying,
like, especially when you watch so much boxing,
but
you start seeing that shit in your
walking out on
dreams
his own
shit.
Power, under medical care. We're in Nevada.
Like, you ever go to
the
sleep like
best
thinking about your
doctors
job
in the business.
sometimes and
There's
shit?
a
Like,
great
you really
medical
do,
system that is used to dealing with boxers, and I'm sure he will be going to the hospital for precautionary measures.
Hell yeah.
But it's a system that's set up for these situations, Tim.
Yeah, see, you know, it's great that he's here in Nevada. You know, like you said, one of the best commissions in boxing, if not the best. The doctor was there, you know, looking after him, you know, asked him the right questions, took his time with them. You know, the protocol was there. You know, these are the
Looking good,
situations
though.
right here that,
Hopefully he don't go to the back stuff.
you know, it takes me back to me when
man.
I used to tell my wife before I got into the ring. I used to tell her all the time, you know, look at me now. The man that you see right now is not going to be the same man that exits the ring tonight. So take a deep breath in and look at me.
Yeah, because he went to fucking
because
war.
that's truly it.
With
You know,
Baranchyk.
Baranchyk, a piece of him was left in the ring tonight. A piece of him was left.
Yeah.
And he'll never get it back.
Those are deep words coming from the former world champion, Tim Bradley. Both guys left something in the ring tonight.
Yes, they did.
Zepeda as well, but he was fortunate enough to land the shot that ended the fight in such a brutal fashion.
Yeah, where's Jose Zepeda anyway?
And like we said, I mean, this is boxing. This was boxing at its finest. This was boxing
There
at
he
its
is.
best. This was boxing with two warriors giving
We didn't
their
know this
all.
was going to be like
This is what they came to do tonight.
Yes.
I mean, meaning I didn't know
We
it was
said
going
we
to
had
be
a
all this
boxer versus
post-fight
slugger
stuff.
tonight. That's what we said. The styles make fights. But you can see when a fighter, when his temperament, when he makes his mind up that, hey, I'm going to stand my ground tonight.
Big fight
He's
for
going to hurt
Zepeda
me.
too, though. He learned
I
a
want
lot.
to hurt him. That's what you saw from Zepeda tonight. You saw a fighter that's on a...
So I guess what they're going to do, the particulars, announce, you know, he's the winner, then post-fight interview, and then go from there and see what's next. You know, remember, big fights with Jose Ramirez, now unified champion, who's supposed to be taking on Josh Taylor next. The Jose Pedraza, you know, Pedraza's now... No, Pedraza's been at 140, right? I forgot he fought Pedraza at 140. Forgot about that.
Put an end to this fight, and then
Did
it
I
took
cover
us
that fight?
into
I
another
had to,
mode,
right?
which is let's make sure that Ivan
I had to cover
Baranchyk
that.
is okay. And fortunately he is, and so we send it to Mark Chinook for the official time of the knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside MGM Grand, and to everyone watching on ESPN
Crazy
Plus,
fight.
you have just witnessed the fight of the year. Referee Kenny Bayless calls a stop to this bout at
You
2
can get that
minutes,
fight of the year.
50 seconds
Crown
of
him.
round number 5, declaring your winner by knockout. And now the WBC Silver Champion, Jose Chon Zepeda.
Crown
That was almost 15 minutes
That was epic.
of intense action. It was an epic fight, Tim, and out of respect for Ivan Baranchyk and his condition in the ring, we hadn't shown the replay of just how brutally this fight ended. But Tim, walk us through the finish.
Listen, this is the best fight that I've ever witnessed live, honestly.
Ooh.
Beautiful shot right there from Baranchyk. Nice overhand right. He's always dangerous. When you're in the ring with a puncher, especially a determined one, to land that big bomb, it's always dangerous for a fighter. You know, and that was a knockdown right there for Baranchyk. He was able to create it. Beautiful shot.
This is
catching,
the one before he got knocked out.
You know, you see the little angle he was on when he landed that right hand.
And the ropes held him up. That's why it was a knockdown.
And I said, you know, vary that right hand. Vary the right hand. And he did that. He looped it right there on Zepeda. Zepeda never saw it coming. Zepeda stepped back, gave him some distance to land that right hand.
It was 6 through round 4 or some shit.
And then after that came the end.
And this is the end right here. Nice little check hook right there after the jab. And then the big boom right on the chin from Zepeda. Check hook.
Look how his neck bent.
Okay. You see the head.
The foot placement, all that.
He never saw it coming, but look at the leg right there behind him. But his body collapsed in midair. He was knocked out in midair.
This is what's brutal about it. He's knocked out there. The right leg is completely discombobulated, and then he smacks his head on the canvas at full strength.
This is the best fight that I've ever witnessed live. I've never seen a fight this dramatic live. I've seen them on TV. I had one in 2013. The fighter tonight, Zepeda, will get Fighter of the Year in 2020, in my opinion. No one's going to top that.
And there we see Ivan Baranchyk, as we anticipated, going to UMC Medical Center, the trauma center, which is one of the top in the nation. And just a few days ago, we were commemorating the 3rd anniversary of the shootings that happened here in Vegas at the music festival. And he's going to one of the hospitals that dealt with some of the victims of that shooting. And tonight, he's going to the hospital because that's where they treat every fighter that ever has any issues after a fight here. The Nevada State Athletic Commission and the UMC Medical Center work very closely in terms of trauma care and treatment of head injuries. But this is a situation where we saw a lot of positive reactions from Ivan Baranchyk, and this is precautionary.
All right, well, let's talk for a little minute. I guess where does, you know, Jose Zepeda go from here, competing at 140 pounds? Because let's face it, you know, he's not going to get Ramirez or Josh Taylor. Let's just face it. Whoever wins between them is likely going to move up and fight Terrence Crawford. Here he is. Let's listen in and see what he wants.
The greatest win of your career, but it was a frightening end. What are you feeling right now?
Well, you know, I feel great because I won the fight. It was a hard fight. And, I mean, I'm thinking, man, boxing, it's hard, man. It's no easy game. Boxing, it's tough, and you got to give it 100% because it's a hard sport. It's probably the hardest sport.
What did you tell Ivan at the end?
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I mean, both of us are climbing up, and somebody had to stay, you know, and down. So I was able to win the fight, and I told him, you know, thanks for the fight. Great fight. It was a great fight.
You were down 4 times and won by knockout. Did you think you had that in you?
You know, I know I was tough. I know I'm tough. I didn't know how tough I was, and well, tonight I showed, and I showed myself too. You know, it's the first time I'm in a fight like this, and it was a great learning experience.
You showed the best thing that was in your heart, your soul. It was some of it was difficult to watch, but what will you take with you from this?
To be honest, I have to watch the fight again, but I think just believe in myself. You know, it's two in there. It's two guys in there giving their all, and at the end of the day, I think it's whoever wants it more.
Be honest with me as best you can.
Yes.
You doubted yourself at times going into this fight, did you not?
I all the time. To be honest, it happens to me all the time in every fight. I doubt myself too much. I'm a fighter that only had 16 amateur fights. You know, not a lot of experience in amateur. Mm-hmm. So I'm always doubting myself. And this fight, yeah, it was tough. Yeah.
So does this fight change you, change your career. You should be the #1 guy in the BC now. What about going forward? What does Chan Zepeda think of himself, and where does he go?
He is.
Well, I know there was a really tough fight with Ramirez. I think a lot of people.
He ain't getting
a
that
lot of people
rematch.
thought that was a very close fight.
No time soon, bro.
I would love to do it again. I mean, he's a champion at 140, so I would love to do it again. I'm going for the title. So yeah, that's why we're here in boxing.
Took a night like this, a test like this, to show you how tough.
I'm trying to figure,
you
like, look
actually
at the
are. Don't doubt yourself
rankings and see
anymore.
who we can fight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope everything works out for Ivan. Bernardo, back to you.
Thank you.
I'm looking at the rankings to see, like, who can they put together for him to fight next. Maurice Hooker and Enriquez Proger over on PBC. Let's look at this right here.
Knockdowns in every single round, but you see in terms of power punches, Zepeda landed one more power punch than Ivan Baranchyk, and that was the one that counted. 9 body shots for Zepeda compared to 3 landed for Baranchyk. The 44% power punch land percentage, but like I said, 64 punches landed in terms of power for Zepeda, but it was one that counted the most, and that was the one that finished the fight at 2 minutes and 50 seconds of round number 5. This was a fight of the year candidate. It's a fight that will go down in history because of what we saw. The heart that each guy had to show tonight, Tim.
Yeah, I would say hell is never satisfied. Both these men went through hell tonight. Landing big bombs over the top. You see a shot right there, the right hand over the top. Puts Zepeda on the ground. Round 2, more knockdowns, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful shot right there from Zepeda. But a nice little clip right there from Baranchyk, and the referee thought it was a knockdown. This is the shot right here where I thought that was a knockdown right here that came for
Not that one. That counted as a knockdown.
More offense for both guys. Beautiful shot right there landed from Baranchyk. Nice right hand. Just big guys are just exchanging. They didn't come here to fight. They didn't come here to box tonight. They came here to fight, man. They put on a great show tonight for the fans at home. Landing big bumps. They were here to knock each other out. Nice left hand right there.
All over the place.
From Zepeda. And then round 5 right here. Big right hand as Zepeda moved straight back, got clipped. Referee called it a knockdown, and this ended the fight right here. This shot right there, Baranchyk never saw it coming. Big left hand, straight down the middle on angle.
That leg.
On the angle, slight angle. Knee folded back.
And he just was laying on the knees.
Doctor right there with Baranchyk. Unbelievable finish by Zepeda. I believe that he's ready.
Listen, he's not getting the title. Listen. Let's keep it 100. He's not getting Ramirez again, and he's not getting. Damn, put her to sleep. Oh, I gotta watch this fight. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Please subscribe.